You guys are having an awesome evening. Boom. Let's get it. Let's get it. What's going on, fam? This is Kurt to catch up on My Hero Academia. I do, man. I do. I don't even know if if there's like the next season is out yet on like Funimation. I need to check and see though, because that was my jam. Let's see here how is Hogwarts going. Listen, man, y'all almost ain't get goal out tonight. I ain't even go. It was one of them that, man, I was down there getting it in. I done figured out how to catch the fantastic beasts and all that stuff. It's a whole vibe on there right now. I'm like immersed in this thing. No, it's good. It's good. It's a lit game. It's not bad. Let me see here. What's going on, Andy? Let's see here. What's going on, Yuki? All right, all right. What's good, Jared? Let's see here. So what does your search say? U.S. Army. That's all. U.S. Army. Nothing special. Just, just repping the home team. Let's see here. Tuning in from New York. Let's go. Let's go. Congratulations on Sauce Gardner. I don't know if you're a Jets fan. Winning Rookie of the Year. Only reason I know that because he's from Detroit. And so I'm like, hey, let's go. Let's see here. Netherlands in the building. Let's go. Okay, okay. I see you, Yoshi. Says love the double sessions. Yeah, every Monday, every Thursday, we doubling up. That's how we do it. All right, this is My Hero is lit. Says Dark Deku. Oh, they got the like the Renegade Deku with the Torb suit. If they got that, oh yeah, I need to tune back in. Man, it's stuff to watch now. I can watch TV again. When I tell y'all, it's been boring. Like none of my shows, all my shows got canceled. I used to have a rotation. It was like Black Lightning, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, like all of the CW stuff. I was watching all of that. And then I started watching Sandman, which was really good. That first season of Sandman was fire. On Netflix, you guys haven't seen Sandman. Sandman was good. Sandman's actually a part of the DC universe, so if you wanna, yeah, it was lit. Let's see here. Let's go. Live from Chicago. I see you, fam. All right, let me go ahead and shrink my big mug down. Let's jump right into it. Man, listen, I've been drinking this pomegranate juice. Oh my god, like it's freshly squozen, like no seeds, no nothing, just the juice. Man, it is like heaven in a cup. Super fresh. And man, I ordered like 3 of them, so like this is my second one. I'm saving that last one for when I get something good to eat. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to drink it all. So like, I'm drinking that. This is how you know it's bad. Like, I'm drinking this. I'm like, You get a sip, and then you just get some water. And just keep letting it just rinse down. Because I don't want to like quench my thirst off of it. That's how good it is. Anybody ever been mad? You got some food that's so good, and when it's gone, you actually get an attitude like, dang, I wish I had some more of that. I don't know if that's just me, but like you get a real attitude when like some really good food is gone. Because now you at your house like, man, ain't nothing in here I want to eat either. Oh man. This is why y'all always got the best juices. I just found this spot and I found out they had that. Oh my goodness. Fire. All right. I thought it was just me. I'm glad it ain't just me. All right. Let me see here. Let me go ahead and jump right in. So, quick refresh of oldcoingecko.com. Nothing too different from where we were earlier today. Yoshi says, yeah, me too. Yes, we here, bro, for real. Big facts. Says so much food, nothing to eat. Bradley, tell me about it. Man, and you be looking through the cupboards, you all in the refrigerator, you in the pantry, like, I don't want none of this stuff. What smart what I just had? Like, not to get off subject, but like earlier this week, I had went to this place called the Bayou Grill. Man, they serve this dish called a crawfish etouffee. It's like a sauce with like the rice and everything. Oh my god, it's a nap on a plate. Like soon as you eat it, you want to lay down. Like black folks, we call it the itis. Like soon as you eat, you want to go right to sleep. Dude, like it's so good. It's another thing I do. When food is really good at a restaurant, I can't finish my plate. Like I want to go home and eat it in my bed. Is that a thing? I don't know if that's just me either. Okay, I'm gonna get to the lesson in a second. I'm sorry. I get excited about my foods. All right, so I'm just saying, when you eat some food at a restaurant, it's so good, you're like, I'm saving this for home. I want to get on my couch, get comfortable, and just watch something good and just enjoy it. I don't want everybody and their mama around me when I'm eating something good. I want to be like, it's so good, my precious. Okay, now we got Bitcoin hanging out. That's 21,000. Y'all got me talking about foods, man. I get to squirreling off. It's bad. It's bad. This man, I had a brilliant meal the other night. This cute Asian gal. Okay. I see you, Storm Child. Out here in the dating scene. I got you, brother. I see you. See here, just never heard about that. This bruh crawfish. And the thing is, they crack the crawfish. Everything is already inside the whole like sauce they make. It is amazing. It is amazing. Is that a double shot? Oh, he was turning up. Okay. Some old folks eating method. As I save mine for tomorrow and enjoy. Exactly. Okay, I ain't tripping. I thought it was just me. They call me the squirrel because I always go home with some food. You can ask Matt Rose, like, is it true that Kurt always leaves a restaurant with a to-go? But yup. Because you never know. It might not be nothing good to eat tomorrow. I'm going to finish what I had. All right. So, only go places where I get it to go. I feel you. All right. So, pretty much everything is where we left it earlier today. If you look at the top performers, right? Binary X. Haven't done enough research on it, so I'm not going to badmouth it. But for my understanding, that's a lot of jumping right now for where we're at. Curve, obviously, doing his thing today. I'm loving it. MakerDAO was definitely up at like $770. So, seeing a real good day for MakerDAO. Curve Convex is actually doing good as well. We talked about that earlier. GMX, another project we're going to keep an eye on. Aave is getting a lot of attention. Pretty much a lot of projects that were working with BUSD and things like that going on with it are doing some really interesting things. Aave is actually contemplating delisting BUSD. So yeah, there's that part. Now, if you ask me, I think right now a lot of people are just kind of like losing their mind over all the stuff that's going on right now with, you know, Binance and US government and with Kraken and all that kind of stuff. And I know with Paxos, and it's wild because they're going after Binance hard. Like they're going after their staking. They're going after those guys having a stable coin. They're going after those guys having US customers. Like it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing for Binance right now. So it's definitely wild to say the least. See here, it's just Omi is on ETH Network, got on MetaMask. Oh yeah, no, they're doing some things right now. I was looking at that. They're doing some things right now where Omi is supposed to be switching over to ETH. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right. This is what happened with Binance. Man, it's a ton of stuff going on with Binance right now. So Binance basically had staking and Kraken had staking, right? Let me pull it up for y'all real quick, man. Let me get y'all into the nitty gritty. All right, so we got to talk about a little bit what's going on inside the market at the moment. Let's do some current events real quick, and then we'll jump back into the charts in just a minute so I can set the tone for why the market's looking the way that it looks right now. All right, so BUSD, boom. All right, so right now we have crypto firm Paxos to face SEC charges. Paxos is basically the company that's in charge of minting Binance's stablecoin, right? So the government said, we're going to just go right over Binance. We're going to the guys that make this thing. So they went to Paxos. They issued a cease and desist telling those guys, no, stop it, ban it, not doing it. So Paxos has now already told Binance that they're not going to be minting any more BUSD. Now, it's not necessarily a death sentence for BUSD, but it is something that could potentially have it kind of like dwindle down, and it'll start having a lot of other people using different stable coins, right? More than likely with Binance, they're gonna just go back to using Tether at the end of the day, like they've been doing. Like it's not that end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Or they're gonna just use the Binance token to do what they need to do anyway to get the discounted fees. I know they were doing that for a little while as well. So it's not the end of the world. But now they're trying to come after these guys saying this was a unregulated security. Like, it's crazy how the government just decides at any day whatever they want to be unregistered security is unregistered security. Like, we saw them do this with XRP, right? XRP is still in court for being an unregistered security. We watched them do it with another token called Library, but now Library is not an unregistered security, right? Like it's a bunch of stuff. And then we watched a coin like Celsius go and get registered with the SEC, and it was actually not a security. It got registered, did all things it was supposed to do. And it's actually, you know, it was a security. It got registered as a security, and it still somehow fell apart. Their whole back office and whatever was just horrible, and they didn't do anything. They didn't do the things that we're supposed to do. They were using other projects to get a yield, to give their customers partial yields. Like, it was It was a whole song and dance going on with all that stuff. So the government right now has been looking silly because things that they have been going ahead and vouching for have gone belly up. FTX, not Paxos, but Celsius, BlockFi, Nexo, all those kind of projects. And the ones that they haven't been looking at have been thriving, right? Binance has been going great, right? We've seen Kraken doing amazing throughout the entire bear market, not one issue. But now they just hit these guys over the head for a $30 million fine, right? So I don't know if you guys have seen what's going on with Kraken. Let's see here. So it's annoying. I'm not gonna lie, it's annoying. So you guys remember way back when I used to talk to you guys about Kraken and staking your coins on the Kraken exchange, right? Maybe you're staking something like Polkadot, you were staking Kusama, maybe you were staking Kava, whatever it may have been, and you were getting a good yield. Well, the government has decided that Kraken was in the wrong for allowing U.S. customers to do staking and earning a yield from that. The problem was Kraken kept asking the government, can we have some clear-cut regulation? It would be really nice to know the do's and don'ts. Can you give us some sort of guidelines, something? Government says, oh, no, you guys are fine. You guys are fine. And whenever they deem worthy, you're not fine anymore and you owe us $30 million. And it's like, come on, bro. Like, that's not how you regulate. Like, you don't enforce through penalty, right? Like, you guys are stifling an emerging market, an emerging asset class that doesn't have a lot of, clear-cut rules, a lot of gray area. And whenever you're ready, you just start slapping people down. Like, it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all, right? And you got Gary Gensler blames Kraken for choosing not to follow. Listen, dude, look how it's blaming Kraken for choosing not to follow the law. Like, there wasn't a clear-cut law on crypto staking. This stuff is brand new stuff. Like, literally has happened and took off in the last year. Like, DeFi wasn't the biggest thing moving since crypto's been out. Like, DeFi just got hot maybe a summer ago, right before we got all these NFTs and stuff. So it's wild. And it's not very fair to the businesses. It's a lot, man. And I think that Jesse Powell, the guy who runs the Kraken exchange, I think he's a great CEO. He tells people all the time, don't leave your coins on our exchange unless it's what you can afford to lose if something did go wrong. Like, that guy, not trying to be slimy, not trying to, coerce people into leaving things on his exchange. Like, he's been running Kraken for years. Fun fact, Kraken's one of the first exchanges I ever used. When I first was getting into crypto, one of the first exchanges, I think I used Kraken before I even got my Coinbase account set up. So I really do have a lot of respect for Kraken. And I mean, their website in the beginning was horrible. It was just black and white, no colors, no nothing. Like, they've come a long way. And to see them getting hit over the head by the SEC is kind of frustrating, because it's just like, dude, you guys refuse to give these people any real, like, straight up and down rules and bylaws, but you just keep showing up with fines and fees and fines and fees. Now, like I said earlier when we were on a call with Mike, the wild thing about all this is they're going back and forth with Binance. They're going back and forth right now with Kraken, but there's no news from Coinbase, right? Like, there's no, hey, Coinbase, don't do this. Hey, Coinbase, don't do that, right? And Circle sounded the alarm on Paxos, told NYFDS Binance stablecoin wasn't fully. See what I mean? Like, Circle, who is basically, yeah. So if if Coinbase isn't doing anything wrong, then how is Kraken doing anything wrong? Because Coinbase, last time I checked, offers staking. Right? It's a lot of back scratching going on, man, to say the least. And I'm just like, Binance or Coinbase better get hit over the wrist as well with a $30 million fine. Now, I know they got it. It's not about them having it. It's just about, if you guys are going to do this, don't pick and choose. Like, go all in, right? Like, don't just be, oh, well, these guys are good because we know them and, we went to lunch with their mom and stuff. Like, no, bro. Like, go all in. Show us that that's what you're here for. Don't pick and choose the ones, because now if I see Coinbase just skate through, that shows a lot of weird energy for me, and I don't like weird energy. All right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gary Gensler. I was for a moment, and then I realized that dude's just, And I think he's about to get replaced. I think right now, all the stuff we're seeing this guy do is a money grab or a reach to try to stay relevant because he hasn't done anything. And he was meeting with FBI, Scam Bankman Fraud. He was meeting with Scam Bankman Fraud over and over and over, right? He was like chummed up with the guy, and there was no issues, no regulations, no nothing. No, hey, let me see your books. Hey, let's do a real audit. None of that, right? Guys using QuickBooks for an entire $1 billion exchange, and he thought he was best buddies with him. Like, come on, dude. So at this point, he's a bad look for any regulatory firm that he's attached to, and now he's trying to come out and be extra stringent on people that don't even deserve it, right? Where was that energy when you were meeting up with Scam Bankman Fraud, with FTX? You didn't have any of that energy then. So right now, it looks like he's trying to hurry up and seem relevant. Like, oh, I'm serious about cracking down on crypto because my friend's in court. Like, yeah, all right. So y'all know me, man. I'm trying not to get into my irritated phase. But this stuff is annoying, man. It is really, really weird to see stuff like this happen. And it's like, you're not helping or protecting anybody with this, right? Like, Kraken wasn't keeping anybody's funds. Binance hasn't had any issues when it comes to liquidity. Binance has more money than a lot of exchanges. Trust me. They've been doing this stuff for quite a while. So to do all of this, hey, we're going to hit you over the head with a fine or a fee for 30 million. That's nothing to these guys. And you're not keeping people safe. That's not the name of the game. If you were going to do anything, just tell them, hey, issue a warning of about the rules of staking, right? Not your keys, not your coin. And just let people know the risk of what they're doing. That would be my thing. Like, hey, have people sign off on a waiver if they're going to do staking, right? Because now, once again, people who know how this stuff really works, they're going to simply leave things like Binance and these other areas, and they're going to start going over to areas like Exodus, right? And now you're going to start seeing things like Exodus start to really take off and grow because people are going to start thinking, if I'm going to stake, I'm going to stake with the guys that make more sense, right? That's Microsoft Office. Let me see here. Boom. Let's reopen it up. So yeah, I think Exodus is going to see a big jump. I think Trust Wallet is going to see a big jump. I think a lot of these big decentralized wallets that offer staking. And Gary Gensler talked about it. He said, hey, if you're dealing with a wallet or self-custody and you're staking, that's fine. No big deal. I'm like, yeah, of course, because you can't stop a wallet that's self-custody, right? If you got private keys, SEC don't got no jurisdiction over that wallet. That's your property, right? But when it's on an exchange, this is where they feel like, okay, now there's that gray area. If something happens, we can't really decide who's doing what and all this and that. And I get it. Maybe it's an effort to get people to have less funds on an exchange. It's still not stopping nothing. It's still not stopping nothing. Right? People are still going to get on and get off trading, all that kind of stuff. It's not slowing anything down. So, I mean, I'm trying to find the silver lining of why they're doing it, but it's much easier just to issue education over slapping these guys over the wrist because, okay, now you guys can't do it anymore. Okay, cool. There's going to be a million other ones overseas. People are going to use VPNs to do all this weird stuff. Like, it's not stopping anything. So you're not keeping anybody safe. All right. Since I thought Coinbase is not allowing staking anymore. They were doing staking is what I'm saying. So it's not that they're not doing it any longer. They were doing it. And if somebody gave them a whole, hey guys, you might want to stop staking because we're going to start finding people now. Yeah, that's a little illegal too, right? Because now you're giving people a heads up before you start hitting everybody else. Like, it seems a little favorish. I don't know. But that's just me. That's where I'm at with it. All right. Says I would truly be okay. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Says I actually think he's too small. All right. We see here. I want to see him get audited for reals. Says ooh, when MetaMask drops his token, yeah, it's gonna be wild. That's gonna be wild. I mean, for most of you guys should already be in line to get a MetaMask token if you've been using it at any point. Now the problem is, it's like 30 million users that got MetaMask, so it depends on how they do this because that's a lot of people. And it's a lot of wallets. Some folks got dummy wallets, burner wallets, all kind of stuff. So it could get that coin could get very convoluted very fast. So we'll see how it goes. So Coinbase is fighting SEC to court as per Brian Arthur. Yeah, I hear you, Bobby. That seems like it's a media thing. honestly. It seems like it's a media thing. Like, oh, we're gonna take you guys to court, and we're gonna see if we're gonna win. And the thing is, Coinbase might actually win the court case against the SEC within a matter of months and come out looking victorious and and all flawless, like. And now it brings more confidence to the average person who wants to come in and use an exchange that's reputable, right? It's just bringing more people into where they want them in the first place, right? Like just building a narrative, Everybody else goes through these weird court cases and takes years, and all of a sudden Coinbase just wins, right? Like it seems a little favorish. See here, what website do you use to get most of crypto news? I like to use Cointelegraph. I use Decrypt. So pull this up for y'all real quick. So yeah, this one here, Cointelegraph, is one of my favorite ones. And I thought I had it open. I must have just closed it. And Decrypt is another one of my favorite ones that I like to use right here, decrypt.co. This was a really good one. And there's one more that nobody really talks about that I like to use. It's EWN, Ethereum World News. I bring that over here for you. Boom. EWN, Ethereum World News. I like this one too. They do a good job of keeping things kind of decentralized as well. Now it is mainly ERC20 stuff, but you can get Bitcoin news, you can get DeFi news, you can get NFT news, how they freezes BUSD reserves on Ethereum. All right, you get the NFT news here. Yuga Labs, Doogie Dash is plagued with rampant cheating. You think so? Yeah. So this is back on the 8th of February. See here, Chili's debuts EVM compatible blockchain. Oh, that's dope. That's dope. Ethereum virtual machine. So that means they're building the bridge over to ETH. And this is a social token. So yeah, having those guys kind of being able to bridge over to ETH is definitely nice. Swiggles NFT founders face federal grand jury investigation. People doing the wrong thing, see? But yeah, this one here, really, really like this one. OpenSea integrates with Arbitrum Nova to provide low-cost data availability for NFT. Like I said, Arbitrum is going to keep getting bigger and bigger. Keep your eye out for that project. See here, NFT marketplace, super rare, downsize 30% of its staff due to extended crypto winter. Yeah, we already knew it was going to be some firings. Coinbase calls out Apple for blocking NFT transactions on iOS. Oh, well, if you had yourself a trusty Android. I digress. So, like I said, really nice news updates on some of these websites. So, EWN is one of my favorite ones. Nobody really knows about EWN like that. See, latest news. More likely, it's probably all stuff. Yeah, Binance, Paxos, and yeah, it's all stuff to Binance news, pretty much. The SEC targets Binance, stablecoins, Paxos stop mining. Yeah, everything's Binance. So, also here, Decrypt, really like this one as well. Decrypt is pretty much one of those ones where it's really up to date. Like they do a good job of keeping things kind of like on the up and up when things are moving. And it says Trump NFTs are moving again. Here we go. All right, and then we got Cointelegraph. Cointelegraph is probably one of the oldest ones that everybody pays attention to, and then there's other ones like CoinDesk and all of that. I'm not a big fan of CoinDesk. It's owned by some. I can't remember who CoinDesk is owned by. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Let me see here. CoinDesk is owned by, there it is. Boom. CoinDesk is owned by DCG. Yeah, so Digital Currency Group owns those guys. Not a big fan of somebody who seems to have issues when it comes to their finances. They can paint whatever narrative they want to. So yeah, I'm a little more cautious about CoinDesk when I find who owns those guys. So just saying. All right. Coinbase is already paying SEC to be there, dog. Man, listen, at this point, all of it makes sense to me. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and get back over to some charting. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. We were looking at the levels. I want to start off with the dollar index first, though, okay? Because let's go to the daily. So dollar index had a wild run up. Obviously, we talked about this plenty of times. And now we had our first retracement back down, and everybody's saying, okay, Kurt, so what's going to happen now? Is this thing going to just take back off again and just boom, straight to the upside, or are we going to just bounce around a little bit and maybe see another move back to the downside, right? So as of right now, right, from what I'm seeing, the way things are moving, I'm not over the top excited, but I'm not, down in the dumps about this either. And I'll give you guys what I mean by this, right? So if you guys remember how I teach you guys about a lot of stuff in these markets, I taught you guys about rally-based rallies and drop-based drops. Okay, I'm gonna bring this up to you guys real quick. Where is my trading slides? There we go. So rally-based rally, drop-based drops. Where is my continuation? Pass it up. Here we go. So right here, you guys can see DVDs, right? So y'all have DVD players at home. I talk about this all the time. I don't know. You got Xbox and PlayStation. You play a little bit of this, the DVDs. Anyway, so DVDs are various formations created by a pulse, the direction moving down in areas of supply. So we got really call it DVDs now because I've been doing it for years. So I'm not going to judge it. But this base drop represents a small zone of supply within the movement down, right? So a lot of times when we see a movement down, it gives me an idea of what to look out for, right? And you got to drop base right there, drop, right? Now what the came back and tested it. Now we are talking a lot of time here. The thing is, I want you guys to understand that usually when we see this area, the more time we see in this area, the weirder it becomes, right? So on a daily, we have a drop, base, drop, prices rallied up, all still within the zone, close above, pull back, retrace again. It looks almost like a cycle ready to break up, move, and keep moving to the upside. So now the index is looking pretty strong. I don't want you guys getting all down and down because we talked about what's going on with crypto. And I know with Bitcoin and all these other projects, it's important to understand where we're at right now, right? Same thing as well. Notice what we got here. Drop, base, drop. Same thing we talked about. Dollar index happening in inverse here. Now price happening to retest. We also know our price is in rally, base, rally, right? Same thing. We're spending a lot of time at this area. We don't know when we start bouncing from the run. So we're spending a lot of time in that area. That was one of the flyers, right? So what we see right now is going to be down. It's been down. Potentially maybe give it a little bit of a low point here. We test 20s. I'm commenting. So we'll see how this all plays later. All right, but it's also finding we're getting that first having the index compared to the Bitcoin. It's usually like I said, maybe in the dollar to do something. Bitcoin is not going to do something. Same thing. The stocks are here. All these other assets. So it's not about I'm not saying anything that we bring one more night. But I do worry about this right now. It's some volatility. Absolutely. We are holding at that level. Price can see a nice bounce. Retest. And then maybe we come back down again. Maybe a little bit of ABC. Correct way. And come back down again. Right. Something that looks a little bit like a when it moves. Right. So we'll see how it plays out. You can just give us a little more down. Right. Maybe a little bit down. Another pull back here. And then we can really break out right now. It's really interesting. You have a little bit more room to play around first before we get into this. I know we got the CCI number as well. Index is going to be released soon. Let's see. So we got February 8th. So tomorrow, CCI numbers are going to be releasing. They're expecting these numbers to be a little bit lower, so we'll see how the consumer price index is. Consumer price index. You see, before they start saying, if you see, I don't say this. If you see a really good indicator of pretty much how the economy like All right, because right now unemployment numbers, it is greatly affecting what's going to happen with this next rate hike. The rate hike's on the 22nd, I believe. Yeah, so the rate hike's going to be on the 22nd. So we got FOMC news. All right, everybody's all revved up and excited about this stuff here. So I think for the most part, we're going to get, a little bit of fireworks here and there, a little bit of people kind of, poking the bear, if you will, on a few of these things. But I still feel as if right now, this core PPI, which is producer price index, right? Then we got another CPI, March 14th. So we got CPIs, PPIs, and then we got Feds, right? But honestly, all of it's going to hinge on this. If this number is showing that the unemployment rate is going down, that is not what they want to see when it comes to these interest rates. And we may jump back up to 50 or even 75. If we go back up to 50, oh yeah, that market's coming down, right? We know right now, interest rate hikes have been coming back to back to back. We did 75 for the longest, then we did 50, now we just did 25. Everybody's excited about seeing 25. They think we're going to get another 25. That's what Jerome has said, but we know Jerome didn't know those unemployment numbers. Well, unemployment numbers hit after he did what he did. They were crazy positive. Like there was a 50-year low for unemployment. Like everybody went and got a job, right? So he doesn't need to see that because the people are still working. That means there's more money flowing through the economy. If there's more money flowing through the economy, then that shows that inflation is going to keep staying at a consistent rate. So right now, he wants less people working, aka more layoffs and less hiring, so that way you can see less money flowing through the economy, and in turn, inflation can start to become a little more tame because there's less money flowing. Means we're going to see a little bit of deflation. In turn, inflation goes down, and we start to see the interest rates maybe start to slow down, and then we'll have no interest rate hikes, and then eventually we may get the interest rate cut. When we start getting interest rate cuts, these markets are going to go crazy. It's just no nice way to say it. Interest rate cuts are going to be like rocket fuel for every market. Real estate, stocks, especially crypto. Because now when interest rates are being cut, that means it's going to be much more attractive to get loans again. Once folks can get loans again, you're going to start seeing a ton of dollars flowing through crypto. All right? But it's, like I said, it's important that you guys understand what this looks like and where we're headed at right now. Oh, my bad. So knowing what we know with this, just, trying to keep things in a certain context where you guys can see the way things are moving right now. It really is all about just taking these small setups and being patient enough to ride the big moves when they come, right? Knowing where the big areas are, this is a huge zone up here, right? This area here is in the middle of a lot of noise. So it's not the most ideal, oh my gosh, we're going to break out and run to the moon kind of setup here. Because I'm going to ask you guys this question, all right? Do you think that there is an abundance of capital flowing through any market right now? Okay. All right. Most of you guys are probably going to just say, not really, right? Or just flat out no. Now, my next question is, do you think there's an abundance of confidence flowing through every market right now? All right. More than likely, that's also a no. Okay. Now, on the last question is, do you think that the banks are giving out incentives for people that want to get loans, considering that interest rates have been going up for the last year and a half? Right? It's not an attractive time to go out and try to get a loan. So knowing all of that, this is usually a down climate when it comes to investing. Investing doesn't see crazy jumps when interest rates are high, there's no confidence in markets, and there's not an abundance of capital just lying around. All right. Since everybody has PTSD from COVID crash. Well, that's the thing. People made a bunch of money after the COVID crash, right? After that thing was done, the COVID crash was probably one of the best things that ever happened to most markets, right? That dip here, and that thing went pew right after. This is the COVID crash here. That PTSD is gone. After we got to these levels, I mean, it's same thing in the stock market, right? Not just crypto, but almost every market went crazy because during that time, interest rates were like zero. So you didn't have to worry about, you know, having crazy interest to pay back when you got a loan. Now the interest rates have been going crazy ever since this has been dropping off. Interest rates have been just nonstop. So now that we see that investing isn't as attractive as it was before, and people are scared, I'm looking at this thinking to myself, well, if the markets are making high point, low point, high point, low point, everything's breaking down, and we start seeing we got our first real rally, after all of this, all I can go off of is history, historical data. When was the last time this happened where we were just dropping off? We got our first real rally, right? Let me go over here to this because I want to show you guys exactly what I'm seeing, and then you can make your decisions as well. All right, back here, very reminiscent, right? We got our first rally, price came down, retested off of these areas, hung out for a while, and then dropped off some more. That makes a lot of sense, right? So knowing what we know, it's all about being patient and allowing that market to just get in position for you, right? Let's just say if I took this all the way over to this, right? And I wanted to just borrow that just for a moment, only for an hour, just to be close. Yeah, y'all ain't old enough to know what that song is right there. All right, so let's bring this on over. And I just want to share it with you so maybe you'll see what I'm seeing here. So we saw price dropping, first rally. So let's just take this and set this here. All right, let's go here, right? And let's stretch it out a little bit. All right. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be identical because obviously that's not what it's doing. But I want you guys to see where I'm coming from with this, right? This was the first time price was dropping, and we had that first real pull-up rally, right? So for this one, you'll notice we were dropping, and we got that first move up to these levels, right? For me, guys, honestly, I feel like we're literally in the midst of this move. Like this area and this area are mimicking each other for me. All right, I don't know if I can stretch this out any further, but that's what I'm looking at. We do this. I want to just stretch it out some more. Perfect. All right, like that's what I'm seeing right now in my eyes. This is what it looks like to me. This whole situation looks like this to me. We got that first drop, pull back up, and I think we're going to just kind of bounce along, slightly bouncing along, maybe come back down, retest some of these levels, and then look to see that market go crazy, right? Now, over here is the halving, if I'm not mistaken, right? Halving here, wouldn't it make sense to see the halving happen, a little bit of a stalling, and then boom, we take off, right? Finally make that breakout move and go crazy. But right now, I just think this just makes a lot more sense than everything else I'm seeing in the media and in the news. I mean, if we just slowly kind of came back down, maybe scraped down here around 16, got everybody a chance to get in, and we started rising back up, testing levels, and finally breaking out. All of what I'm seeing is reminding me of this price action we got from 2018 going into 2019. Price drops, we got our first real rally, and then price just pulls back down, bounces along, nothing exciting happens for a while, everybody gets bored, and then we watch the market just kind of stall out to end the year out, right? We just see the market bounce, maybe another pull back up in the summer, close, right back into the 20s, and then we just drop off for the rest of the year. Selling pressure, starting the year off, right? January, boom, we get a nice candle. February, another raise up. Halving happens, we stall out, and then boom, take off. Like, tell me that doesn't make the narrative make more sense to you, right? Because at this point, where is all the capital going to come in that's going to shoot us off into the stratosphere, right? Like, this could be one of those really long, drawn out moves, and we don't get the breakout into somewhere way over here, right? I'm just saying. See here. So this is why I tell you guys a lot of times, I'm not about to, you know, oh, it's gonna do this and it's gonna say that. We're gonna do this because the news did that. Honestly, I feel like they want people to be bored and forget about crypto, and then we're gonna start seeing fireworks again. And when you look at this kind of a chart, this for me just looks like a really long, drawn out, boring, nothing over the top, nobody's paying attention. We break out, run into a few zones of old supply, test them, and we break out further. Test them, and then we slow down around these areas until we see either regulation or a whole bunch of new money coming in because we're getting interest rate cuts. That's what I'm seeing right now. See here, since we're on this really suspenseful roller coaster. Yes, that's what I feel like we're doing. But this is why I told you guys, I feel like we've never been closer to the bottom than when we are right now. Because anything moving forward from here, either the bottom's already in, or we come down and scrape a little lower, and then we come rallying back up. But either way, I think this next dip we get is gonna be the last dip we get. I feel like that's it right now. I think we've seen the market plummet really, really good, really thorough, shook all the weak hands out, had the dumb money gone. Now we're getting that first real rally showing that there's some demand. And I think now they're going to start doing their shakeout, getting all these exchanges all out of the way. They're getting a bunch of capital aside. I think the government's just taking money so they can start buying crypto. Honestly, like them finding those guys $30 million a piece, that's like $60 million for no reason. For zero reason. You guys didn't give them a warning. You didn't give them guidelines. You didn't tell them, hey, these are the do's and don'ts. None of that. You just showed them one day saying, knock, knock. Hey, you owe us 60 or 30 million because we didn't tell you what not to do. Like, wait, what? Could you imagine that? Could you imagine being at home and somebody and the police knocking at your door saying, yeah, sorry, we got to take you to jail because we didn't tell you what you did was illegal. There was no laws until today. And it's still not a law. We just decided that this wasn't something we wanted you to do anymore. Like, all I did was drove to work. Yeah, but you took the carpool lane. It was a person in the car with me. It wasn't enough people. And we decided that was a thing to fine you for. Like, dude, that's what it's like to run an exchange right now in crypto. Like, I feel so bad for those guys. Like, they're taking on all the risk, right? Like, if you run a crypto exchange, you're taking on all the risk. Now, I get it. There are bad actors like Sam Bankman-Fried. I'm sorry, I keep saying his name wrong. Scam Bankman-Fraud. There are bad actors like this dude that come in and make it rough for everybody. But just to start penalizing people because you can is just a little weird. And then you got Scam Bankman-Fraud at home watching the Super Bowl, drinking hot cocoa, and like, come on, man. Like, it's weird. It's really weird. Let's see here. Is anybody else having trouble with the live stream? I don't know. Are you guys? Is it going rough for you guys? On my side, it's streaming great. Everything looks good on my side. All right. It's just Scam Bankman-Fraud is brilliant. That's his name. I thought that was his name. I'm sorry. His mama named him Scam. I'm gonna call him Scam. All right. So I'm just saying. But no, man, it is odd to say the least. That's all I'm saying for the most part. But where we are right now is very interesting. Yes, there's a lot of things going on right now where people are nervous. People are all up in arms. I still feel as if we got a little more, pullback coming. So for me, I'm looking for the sale. The dominant energy's been the sale. I'm looking for the sale right now. I haven't seen higher highs being made. So your boy is looking for the sale. All right. Now, right now, this little bounce back and forth and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. But honestly, guys, this right now for me is just looking like another opportunity for the markets to kind of come down, scrape some levels, pull back, and then drop off again. And I think it's going to be one of those taking the stairs down, like slowly working our way down. Nobody's going to be excited about it. Like just a bunch of silence in the market. Like, and you guys know how this goes. Cause like last time this happened in the gray area, let's go to the weekly for a second. The last time this happened, there wasn't a whole lot of rah-rah. Nobody was outside with their pom-poms rooting Bitcoin on. Like this was just long, drawn out, boring, then pum, and everybody felt like they missed it. Right? But we were looking at these areas. That pull back down was calling all cars. Okay. That market steadily rising. When we knew high point to low point, 50%, 618, and we saw candles breaking, we're thinking, okay, that's a sign that this bad boy's strengthening. It may want to run. Boom, and it went. All right, so just saying. Don't get too down on yourself. If you feel like you missed out on something, you didn't miss nothing. You didn't miss nothing. These markets are still gonna run. They're still gonna do their thing. We know even right here, this little base rally, price is like it's trying to hold the best it can down at these levels. We'll see how it all plays out. But honestly, I think we got more room to pull back for another scrape of this level. We're gonna watch that dollar index make a move. And I'm not saying it's gonna do exactly what we want, all right? Because if I went from like high point down to low point here, all right, this thing's only at a 124. Like this isn't even remotely starting our fib, so I can't even do anything with this stuff right now. All right, but I will say where we're at right now, I am excited because like I said, I think we've never been closer to the bottom. I think all this stuff is lining up beautifully. It's giving us all the action we want. If we break out anytime earlier than the halving, honestly, I just don't see it. I just don't see it, man. I think we're gonna be stalling out for a while. I feel like Meg for a while. We're gonna chill here for a while. Now you're just being queered. All right. All right, man. But no, I think right now it's just one of those areas where we're gonna be holding. So also, I want to put you guys up on notice real quick. So this Thursday, we're going to be doing mindset again, because you guys know I've been doing mindset work with you guys. We had Ivan on the first one, well, the one I'm starting to bringing people on to do it with us. And then we just had my boy Hirsch on. Hirsch had a couple apple juices in him, but he was very transparent. It was lit. I loved it. It was amazing. So we're going to have another guest on, and you guys probably won't even be able to guess who it's going to be, but I think you're going to get some value out of it as well. And the only hint I can give you is I've never done a collab. Never done a collab with them. So yeah, you'll see. This will be the first time I've ever done a session with them. So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. All right. Because I don't know what's up with flow. The technicals don't line up for you. What do you mean? What do you mean? Flow is magical. Let me go take a look at flow before we get out of here. So yeah, I mean, right now it's one of those projects where flow came out, launched, went crazy, everybody lost their minds. And then, I mean, literally August, 2021, like the end of 2021 when things started to drop off, and Flow's been just a victim of everything dropping already. So seeing what we've been seeing, Flow's just been on a really downward trajectory. It's not a whole lot of, going on. Now it looks like it wants to break, all right? Because the last major high, low, high point, low point, right? Like, so it's not a whole lot going on in the mean and in between. I mean, we may get another push down, a major candle down. If we finally break, that would be bullish for flow, right? Because we have a bit of a drop, base, drop. You guys can see that right there. That drop, base, drop, and price is trying to hold in that area right there. So for the most part for flow, let's see here, I think it does have, just it's altcoin, guys. Like altcoins right now aren't really in the season to just be breaking out and running right now. So we make another push down. It's just that simple, right? When we finally break the trend line after we're done making lows and pulling back up and seeing where the new high may be, right? It really all boils down to just allowing this market to finally like bottom out, recover, and then we'll find our areas. Now, if we can get in at some lower points, maybe 70 cent, 80 cent, somewhere in there, yeah, game on. I mean, anything below $1 for me is definitely looking good, but right now, 80 cent to 70 cent for sure. Looking forward to that. See here. Have you ever watched the hot ones? A couple of them, but not like all of them. I think I've seen, and I've only watched like maybe like brief moments of when they eat the hot chicken wings and stuff, and they ask them questions. See here, this is in Flow We Trust, Flow 60 cent sheesh. I mean, I would love it at 60 cent, but right now, yeah, things are just lining up. Kind of chill for flow. Just following the natural flow of flow, right? Mikey was talking to you guys about Ren earlier. Kind of same narrative, right? Like just ever since, end of 2021, we've been getting nothing but selling pressure. All right, so the market's been doing nothing but dropping off nothing out of the norm. We expect to see a lot of the prices, kind of to the downside here. So it's nothing that we didn't already kind of see coming for the most part. But if you're looking at it, from all the perspectives here, how's high point to low point, boom, right? Like this for me is just following the blueprint. All right, a little bit of a test. Trend lines are just friction points. So we'll see how this stuff plays out. But yeah, Ren right now, a little bit of a break, pulling right back below. Everything, guys, it's like nothing safe right now. This whole mid cap list, right? Even with Ocean, like all this stuff since end of 2021 has been on the drop off. Ocean had a really nice rally because obviously the data, people are getting excited about AI and data and all of that kind of stuff as well. But yeah, guys, just be patient. Just be patient. Don't feel like you got to hurry up and get all this stuff done. See here, IMX, same thing. We finally getting the break of the trend line with this one. I mean, even if I just used the most recent here down to this level here, finally get a little bit of a breakout. So definitely excited, but still, I need pullbacks. I need pullbacks for entries. All right, guys. So that being said, I appreciate y'all, fam. I know that I feel like sessions go by so fast, man. Like, I really do appreciate you guys, just hanging out with me, vibing out. I'll be bringing some more value for you guys as well. Like I said, this week on Thursday, we got a guest. We got a special guest. I'm not even gonna make a flyer. I just want y'all to show up so y'all can be surprised, because it's always like a who's it gonna be, who's it gonna be, who's it gonna be. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have like other educators you guys want me to do like mindset work with a little bit of charting, just let me know. I'll invite them on. They don't have to be inside of DCX. You guys want them to come over and just hang out, spend some time, a little vibing out. I'm down with it. We can definitely do some collabs. Just showing the unity inside of the company. And I'm pretty much cool with everybody. So just let me know in the chat, like, who you guys may want, or hit me up on like on the socials, whatever, and give me a heads up of who you guys may be looking for. This Kurt win 2-hour session. I told y'all I can't do 2-hour sessions. I get in trouble for that every time. All right, corporate don't like it when I do 2-hour sessions, because the viewers don't want to watch a 2-hour recording if they miss it. It's very discouraging to a person who's new. That's like, man, I'm about to go and watch Kurt set 2 hours. Nah, I'm gonna just catch him live. Like, they don't want to watch. Nobody want to watch a 2-hour session. Hour session, yeah, they can throw that on. Run to the store, come back, maybe go to the gym, cut me on, and just listen or something like that. But 2 hours, yeah, they like nah. There's more paychecks than hers. Now I'm definitely gonna do more with those guys. Especially me and Ivan are gonna set some things up with you guys as well. See here, so we need to collab with Anas. I gotta reach out to him and see. I gotta see how he's feeling right now. I haven't talked to my bro in a minute. Let me see here. Yeah, Anas isn't in right now, but I mean, if I can get him on like a Zoom, I would do something with you guys for sure. That's still my bro. All right. Let's see here. I like to watch you and Maurice or Sammy. That would be lit. Me and Maurice and Sammy. I know me and Sammy would nerd out for sure, like all the way. Let me see here. Let me see. It's a women. I don't know. It might be a guy, it might be a girl. Who knows? See here. Because there's a lot of educators I haven't done stuff with. So it's a big list. See here. No, it's not Picasso. No, it's not. That's still my guy too, though. Let's see here. Just wait, isn't he still in the academy though? Nope. Well, I think he might still be a part of the company. I just know he's not on the educator right now. All right. Let's see. All right. Y'all just throwing out names now. All right, y'all. I'm going to catch up with you guys on Wednesday with Mike. All right, fam. If I can make it to the round table, I will. Like I said, Tuesdays are days I spend time with my daughter. So I try to like make it back if I can. But it's a whole song and dance with tomorrow, too, because her mom is Valentine's Day. So everybody's got dates. I'm going to be with my kids. So that's how it goes. This is how my life is. Daddy duty. All right, y'all. So you guys have a blessed evening. I appreciate you guys. And as usual, stay patient, stay disciplined, and the gains will come. I'm out. And, oh, yeah. Good night, everybody. Stay blessed, family. I appreciate you guys. It's Tyrone Foster. I wish I could get my bro Tyrone over here. All right. All right, y'all. You guys have a blessed one. I'll catch up with you guys on Wednesday. Stay blessed. Get this back. Let's go. Let's go. Marvel moment. So I told y'all about the Hogwarts Legacy game, right? I told y'all, like, I'm not gonna lie, that game is fire. But outside of that, right, I still ain't seen Avatar. All right, y'all, I'm gonna catch up with y'all on Wednesday. Love y'all. Bye.